fans. The crowd is a little bit late arriving, but it will fill up. We expect about 25,000 people here tonight as we see some of the Venezuelan fans dressed in their traditional wine-colored shirts, and as they're called the vino tinto for the color of red wine. We also have some Africans in, of course, it's 2 a.m. in Abuja and Lagos and the rest of the Nigerian cities. If you are watching there, we will, of course, be bringing you the action. You'll be looking to see who comes in. We have news for you. It may be the debut with the Super Eagles of the great Newcastle player Shola Amiobi. As the players greet each other at the front of the Nigerian line, as you see Austin, of course, he is the goalkeeper who plays in Israel, Austin Ejide, in Apoel Beersheva, and he will be perhaps one of the two candidates to the starting goalkeeper's job for Stephen Keshi's team. Of course, Enyema was the starting goalkeeper in South Africa 2010. He also plays in Israel, and we have, of course, here, Rafa, bring us the starting lineups for Venezuela.
Venezuela with Daniel Hernandez in goal, Alexander Gonzalez, Fernando Amorebieta, Osvaldo Vizcarrondo, and Roberto Rosales. Back line of 4. 2 holding midfielders, Cesar Gonzalez and Agnel Flores. The playmakers, the veteran Juan Arango and the younger Luis Seijas. And 2 strikers, Salomon Rendon alongside Helmin Ribas.
As we take a look at Nigeria, we have the captains exchanging pennants, and there you see the referees, Terry Vaughn right now with the coin flip, Corey Rockwell, Kermit Quisenberry are the 2 linesmen, and Edwin Jurasevich is the 4th official, all from the United States of America.
By the way, Stephen Keshi gave Austin Ejide, the goalkeeper, the captain's armband. So
Ejide will have, of course, his work cut out. He has to organize the team from the back. We will give you Nigeria's lineup. Is Ejide, Austin in the back, Iwan number 5, Kwame in the back, along with Azubuike, Oboabona, and Elderson, the back 4, Nosa, Ibiabor, and Onazi, 2 midfielders, along with Ideye Brown, and up front it looks like it's going to be Obafemi Martins and Bright Dika. An interesting story because he was born in the United States. And there you see this man on your screens with the hat is, if you follow baseball, you will know who he is. He is Miguel Cabrera, and he also plays for the Detroit Tigers. He played in Miami for the Marlins, which is the team that plays here, but he is also a big supporter of the Venezuelan national team, and he obtained something which hadn't happened since 1968 in baseball. He was the Triple Crown winner of batting, meaning he batted with power, with consistency, and also with inopportune situations. He was the leader in batting average, home runs, and what's called RBIs, runs batted in. As you take a look here, he gets a special plaque from the Venezuelan team.
And everybody's behind this Venezuelan national team back at home because it's the only South American nation that has not qualified to a World Cup. And, well, right now they're in a very good position, although there's still a lot of games to be played. They have 12 points behind Argentina, Ecuador, and Colombia. They're tied with Uruguay and Chile. So they have a long way to go, but they have never been in the best, in a better position than what they find themselves right now, Kevin.
Coach Cesar Farias took them to within 2 points of that 5th qualifying spot, and Vaughn calls the whistle. We have action right here in Miami. We have Venezuela going from left to right right to left on your screens, and then Nigeria going from left to right. And we have right here on the left side, Rosales brings it to the middle. This is Hernandez, the goalkeeper. And Alex Gonzalez coming out the right side. Intercepted by Elderson, the man who plays in Portugal. Throw in. 5 men in a reduced area for Venezuela. Lifting the ball for Salomon Rondon, who plays in Russia. Headed out by Nigeria. Throw in for Venezuela. Already on the attack. We're in the first minute of play. Cleared a bit of sloppy passing from Venezuela on that right side of the team. And here comes Nigeria. In the middle, slowing things down is Obafemi Martins. Playing it back to number 6, Azubuike. Now Uche, and they triangle. We have, of course, we have to change our starting lineups because we were given a starting lineup and it has changed. It looks like Zango is in, number 14. As Nosa plays it to the far side. Nosa Gebor. In front of goal, here comes a chance for Nigeria. Blocked the shot taken by number 14. This is Zango, Omar Zango. Now coming in the other direction is Venezuela. Cleared up and high by the Nigerian defense. With his back to goal is number 8, Idea Brown. Obafemi plays it short. Steps on it. Former Inter man, now at Newcastle. Actually, Obafemi's done a bit of traveling. And
no, he was at Newcastle where he played with Ameobi. That's what the partnership we want to eventually see up front. At least in the second half, we might be able to see the two friends played at least 3 seasons in Newcastle together. Now he's in Spain.
That's right. He's playing in
Levante.
In Levante, which is near actually near Valencia.
And he's playing well. He earned a call-up by Stephen Keshi. Again, he really wants to help this team out, go to the African Nations Cup.
Arango plays it back. Rosales, actually no, this is Amorebieta.
Well, we'll figure out who's starting for Nigeria right now. Let me tell you who did not arrive. John Obi Mikel from Chelsea and Victor Moses, the new star of this Nigerian national team, declined traveling. They said they have too many games coming up for Chelsea. Also Ambrose, defender for Celtic, Musa from CSKA, and Apam from Rennes in France did not make the trip. They were called up by Keshi, but did not show up.
Well, Stephen Keshi, the former coach, has to find a squad which will allow him to go to the African Nations Cup. And of course, Nigeria wants to win that in South Africa. Watch out here. Here's our first offside of the match. It's number 11, Cesar Gonzalez, the midfielder. Gets called.
We definitely have Brown playing up front with Martins dropping up. I don't find Bright was supposed to start. I think he has been replaced by Zango, number 14. And we got to make sure if Uche is playing on the far side, number 7, Henry Uche.
Long clearance, and it was Idea Brown going against Vizcarrondo. Vizcarrondo seems to have gotten the worst of it. Here comes Venezuela on the counterattack. Rondon steps over it, stolen by Nigeria. This one, it looks to be Nosa playing it back. Elderson in the middle of the defense now. Watch out here. Coming to pivot is Onazi. Azubuike to the far side. Elderson plays it up, coming back to get it. On the left, Elderson plays it to the keeper. First touch for Austin. Out of the right is... Watch out, here comes a chance for Venezuela as they steal the ball. Salomon Rondon, Juan Arango gave him the pass, and Rondon made a bit of a mess of it. Take a look here. Great service from Arango. Rondon seemed to want, he didn't strike it, he didn't bring it down. He sort of seemed to want to hook it and then get a second touch, but he didn't either. Nigeria, of course, has to watch because Rondon is getting away from the marking. Vizcarrondo. To the right side, coming up against marking is Alex Gonzalez. He finds a space in the middle with a left-footed pass. This is a chance for Venezuela. Again, their second chance, and that seems to be the combination. Rafael.
Yeah, this time they're trying to find number 9, Gelvin Rivas, who played locally in a team called Anzoátegui. But a good heads up play by the captain and goalkeeper, Austin Ejide. We figured out definitely number 11, Dyke Bright, who's not starting. It's Zango Umar who's playing there in midfield with Brown, Martins, playing up front. Uche, Oyengi, and Nosa, the midfielders.
Obafemi with the pass back. Here comes a chance for Nigeria. However, it looked like Idea Brown got caught on the wrong side of the defender. He could have cut in and gotten that ball, except that the defender was able to clear it. Here now Nigeria back in possession, and it's Nosa playing it back to the right side. Coming up the flank is number 5, Solomon Kwambe.
One of the 2 teenagers. He's 19 years old, Solomon Kwambe, number 5. The other youngster is number 4 in midfield, Onasi Ogenji. Played for Lazio in the Serie A in Italy. 19 years old also.
Lazio just won the derby against Roma. Derby della Capitale, as it's known as
with
Italian.
the foul.
And yes, Onasi gets called for the foul. As we take a look at the repetition, he comes from behind, and it could have been a handball. It could have been also a foul. He's very mobile in the midfield. Ball floated in the penalty area with his back to goal, brought down by Salomon Rondon. Plays it back, tried to chip it. That was Cesar Gonzalez, leaves the ball behind. Here comes a counter from Nigeria. Bad decision from the midfielder. Instead of continuing, he played it back. Ball stolen by Venezuela. Chipped in, headed out by the Nigerian defense. Here comes a chance as through ball from Nosa. Chance for Nigeria. And Idea Brown shot is blocked by the goalkeeper, Daniel Hernandez.
Hernandez playing right now for Valladolid in the Spanish First Division, 27 years old. He's starting for Real Valladolid. And what a save right now in the 8th minute for the Venezuelan keeper.
So now the Venezuelans try to settle their defense. Agnel Flores in the center of the defense for Venezuela. And here comes on the left flank, looking for the cross. Only one man in the middle decided to play it back. This is a ball inside, dangerous looking ball. Moravieta clears there, a shot on goal, and it goes just over the crossbar. As Luis Cejas took the opportunity there.
He's a very talented midfielder, left-footed. Kevin, you saw that shot with his left foot. He plays in Belgium for Standard Liège.
Austin has something to say to his defense as we take a look, of course, at the aerial view of the stadium. Austin will clear it. Agnel. Ball at the midfield. They can't bring it down. Finally now, Nigeria with the ball on the left flank. On the overlap is Elderson. Cutting inside is Nosa as he goes down.
Nope.
No call.
Boyan says Terry Vaughn.
It could have been a yellow for simulation.
Well, that's what he's telling him right now.
He's saying, I saved you a yellow card, and he has a couple of words there with Osvaldo Vizcarrondo.
And he was Igor Nosa making the run inside the 18. He plays for Real Betis, also in the First Division in Spain, 22 years old, number 10 for Nigeria.
I have a feeling these guys, they all play on the Mediterranean coast. They might be from the Delta state where things are a bit warmer. They don't like the cold so much, perhaps. And so as we take a look here, it'll be...
They must love Miami also then.
A throw in, yeah, it's perfect weather. If here in Miami, it's about 24 degrees centigrade, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Arango with the throw in, long throw in the box, headed. And there you see the man from the Borussia Mönchengladbach on your screen.
Yeah, he's got 110 caps with 21 goals for the Venezuelan national team. The veteran Juan Arango, though, he's 32 years old already.
Well, he got his debut in football and soccer under Cesar Farias, who was the national team coach. And they were in a Venezuelan league, Anzoátegui, and that's where they both got their start. Now playing it to the back. Uche. This one is Ideye Brown. Onazi to the right side, looking to cross it in the middle. Looking for the give and go, does get it with some space in front of him. He's in the penalty area now with some space, a nice cross in the middle, but blocked when the shot was taken by Omar Zango.
And the cross from Salomon Kwambe, the right back, the teenager pushing forward, finding a teammate inside the 18. But good defending so far for the South Americans.
We saw some space for Zango.
See, the problem is they try to surprise the four defenders. Zango pushing up as a third striker, joining Martins and Brown up front.
On the left side, bringing it up is Uche. Uche gets turned around as they lose the ball. Now Venezuela sending the ball forward, looking to see if they can capitalize on an opportunity. There is Elderson, the man from Sporting Braga. He gets the ball back, the left footer. Of course, you may be wondering if Tayo could do better, but Elderson right now has the spot under Stephen Keshi.
He's 24 years old, plays for Sporting Braga, and the coaching staff has a lot of confidence on him.
Nice switch, some space in the middle. Obafemi leaves the ball behind. He turns around to get it. Now Nigeria spreading the ball wide, intercepted, and going down is the left defender. No call.
No big deal.
Actually, Alex Gonzalez, let's see here. Basically, they both stuck their hands out.
They're trying to send extra players on this near side, trying to attack Alex Gonzalez, who's a 20-year-old right back for young boys. And it's Kiele with Umar and Uche, who's been pushing up front on this left side.
Well, there you see on your screens, that's Cesar Farias, the coach for Venezuela. He's 39 years of age. Venezuela coming up the left side right now. Amorebieta, who plays, there you see the Athletic Bilbao defender. The left footer plays it on the flank. An attempt for one touch. They're through right now, but not a good pass by number 11, it seems. That was Cesar Gonzalez. Foul called against Nigeria. Two men in the wall. Will is asking for Austin, leaving the leg out there was the Nigerian defender Azubuike.
It's Seijas, the one who was taken down. He's also rotating with Cesar Gonzalez and Juan Arango, rotating that playmaker position. Wait.
The referee has a word with Rondon. Rondon evidently, seemingly doesn't understand him. There you see Juan Arango alongside with Obuabona. Here comes a shot. Goal! Goal! Goal for Venezuela. But it seems to be offside. It gets called back.
Definitely called back.
Seems to be a foul in the penalty area.
No, definitely two players offside.
Two players offside, yep.
And one of them makes contact.
And yeah, it was also Vizcarrondo. Did you see who headed the ball?
I believe it was Gonzalez, Cesar, number 11.
They sent three men to the same spot. Nigeria lost their marking. Luckily for the Super Eagles, they were offside, two of them. Here comes Venezuela again. They seem to be losing some precision as they move forward. I think we're getting word that it was Arango who got his head on the ball.
Made contact, yeah.
Coming up on the right side, this is Alex Gonzalez. Ball in the air. Gonzalez goes down. Seijas steps on it. Terry Vaughan, by this time, I think you either pull out the cards or you stop talking. Here comes
That was a dangerous play.
That's a yellow card at least.
Definitely should be a yellow card for Nosa.
Nosa Igiebor getting away with what there. Vizcarrondo coming up out of the back. Well, he now plays in Argentina, formerly of America of Mexico. Here comes the ball in the Nigerian penalty area. Going out the right side, trying to clear it, but unable to do so is Kwambe. Ball in the area, now cleared. Venezuela still with the ball. Ball seems to bounce a little bit in this field. Maybe that it's a bit dry. Rondon plays it back. Here comes a good cross to the far post. Nobody there. Ball out of the penalty area. Somebody's down in the middle of the field. Somebody's hurt one of the Nigerian players. It seems to be...
Now they stop playing.
Uche.
Number 7, Henry Uche is down. Well,
let's take a look here. It looks like he went in a collision and got the worst of it.
Here it is. Another dangerous play. Another
clipped his
yellow
thigh.
card that Tervan did not show. It was Agnel Flores, who plays for Táchira, who's injured. Henry Uche. Uche, one of the local players, 24 years old, played for Njimba in the local Nigerian First Division.
And Njimba, there you see, that is Stephen Keshi having a talk right there with Omar Zango and Obafemi Martins, along with Nosa Igiebor.
Keshi's job is not easy. It's never easy to coach Nigeria, but they have so many players they did not call, like the Obinas, the Odemwinges, the Ayekbenis, etc. Joseph Yobo.
Yobo, who leads the all-time caps list for Nigeria.
Yeah. Kalu Uche, Emenike, Utaka. So many players that
John
eventually
Utaka,
he's going to make a decision who to take to the African Nations Cup.
Yes, we can get into a qualitative discussion. I don't know if Nigeria has the quality and the quantity of players they had in the 1990s when Sunday Olise and, of course, JJ Okocha led the band. And Amunike, of course, who is the assistant manager today, he was in 94 along with Keshi. And, of course, the Bull of Kaduna. Here we see a give and go on the behalf of Venezuela as they come forward. A shot from about 40 meters out. It goes wide. No problem at all for Austin.
We're talking about the African Nations Cup. Will be played in South Africa coming January of 2013. Nigeria has been drawn in Group C alongside Zambia, Burkina Faso, and Ethiopia.
Two-time champions, Nigeria, of the African Cup of Nations. And, of course, well, in 84 and 88, they could have had two other titles except losing in the final to Cameroon. Here comes, yes, it's Nosa playing it, taking his time now, coming up the left flank. Uche seems to be fine. Elderson on the outside, place it to the outside, cuts inside, loses it, but gets it back, and it'll be a corner kick perhaps. It'll be the first of the match for Nigeria as Alex Gonzalez gives up the corner, and we take a look, see who will take it for Nigeria.
Well, it looks like the right back will make run all the way to the near side.
So it'll be
Kwambe.
It'll be an in-swinger with his right foot. That means he puts the spin on it. Somebody heads it. It'll go down instead of up over the crossbar. Here comes Kwambe to the far post. Keeper comes out, does not get it. Inside the goalie's box and not able to get a leg on it. It looked to be Azubuike as he heads back to the defense.
Well, luckily for Daniel Hernandez, Azubuike did not get to the far post. Ball completely over the head of the keeper. No one had a chance to clear that one.
as we now hit the 20-minute mark, almost 21 minutes. I think it looks like Venezuela is more incisive with its through passes. Nigeria, however, taking its time getting to the opposing penalty area. Uche, now Nosa. Short passing, they not coordinated, goes off the body of Nosa Igebor, and here comes Venezuela on the counterattack, going over to cut off the attack.
Fell.
Watch out. Losing it, and here comes a chance for Venezuela, bringing it under control and taking the shot. It looked to be Seijas, no? Luis Seijas
makes the run from midfield to the outside left, becomes a winger most of the time, or when Venezuela is attacking.
The man from Standard Liège taking the left-footed shot there on your repo. Obafemi Martins chests it down and back to Elderson.
We've seen
coming out of the back right now.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of mistakes for the back line.
Onazi. On the left side of the defense is Rosales. Now in the middle, Amorebieta. Playing it back to Rosales. Venezuela defending with 4. Nigeria attacking with 2. Sometimes a midfielder joins the attack. They're playing a 4-4-2 Nigeria. Venezuela seems to be playing also a 4-4-2.
But not static, a lot of rotation from both teams. Like Seijas showing up as a third attacker, same as Umar Zango, number 14 for Nigeria.
Watch out here, headed down. Too much liberty in the penalty area for the Venezuelan attackers as now they come on the left side, a cross in the middle. It looked to be Helmin Rivas, the man from Masawategi, taking the cross, blocked over there.
Gotta mention though, the 4 defenders in the back are 19, 22, 23, and 24 years old. So a very young defensive line for Stephen Keshi here.
Watch out here. As clearing it is Uche, now up and to the midfield to nobody in particular. It gets headed back into the Nigerian half, and Nigeria would like to string together some passes. They seem to have some short circuits in the midfield, getting the ball out of the back, through the midfield and to the front. Uche, 2 men on him, tried to turn. May get through, does get through. And now Nigeria 5 against 5. Can they get an advantage as they passes a bit behind Nosa Igebor? Cross all the way from the right sideline. This was Kwambe, blocked. Ralph, I don't know if you get a sense that the ball's getting away from some players. I see the ball bouncing a bit more than I expected. Here comes Venezuela on the counterattack. Seijas on the flank now. It seems to be Rondon with the ball. With the cross, pulling it back to the edge of the penalty area almost. And with the shot, it was Helmin Rivas. And it went off of the defender. I'm not sure who it was, but it'll be a corner kick for Venezuela. Pulling it back, yes, it was a shot on goal. Salomon Rondon, man from Ruben Kazan.
And once again,
with a good cross, pulling it back.
A lot of space in the back.
Catching the Nigerian defenders. Here comes the right-footed corner kick. In the center of the penalty area is Juan Arango. If it was left foot, it would be Arango taking it. Does not get to the near post. Headed out by the Nigerians. Chasing it was Ideye Brown. And Kwambe over there putting his body. Nice turn now. Gets a little bit away from him. Nigeria is able to clear it. Osvaldo, here comes a counterattack as Vizcarrondo loses the ball, but the Nigerians are not able to get precise passing to take advantage of it. Helmin Rivas on the outside, on the flank. Here comes a great ball into the middle. Salomon Rondon, did he get a hand on it?
Yeah, I think he did. He was not going to get to that cross. So Venezuela cut Nigerian transition coming out of the back, losing possession, and again, a lot of space in the back line. And as you said, some players having trouble controlling the ball on the pitch.
The cross in the middle, all alone is Rondon, and he can't get to it for the third time. And as soon as he figures out the timing from those crosses, it's going to be trouble for the Nigerian back line.
Look at the vision from Arango. Only one defender. He tried to bend it around the defender, so Rondon makes a run inside the 18 for the finish. But once again, Rondon is late getting to that one. I don't think the keeper Ejide was going to get there in time either.
Well, here's what happens. If you've watched Arango play for Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany, sometimes he plays on that right side, cuts inside to shoot with his left foot. This time he's playing on the left side, so he becomes more ball provider than finisher. Now Nigeria with the ball on the left flank. Obafemi Martins, the man from Hercules, loses it, stepping over it. And here in the midfield, the ball is fine. It's when it starts getting here that both teams are having trouble with it. Elmin Ribas looking for the cross, coming out bravely is Austin as he gets control of it. The Beersheba goalkeeper.
One of the keys is that Venezuela tries to spread out the defenders from Nigeria, sending the ball to the far side. So Kwambe has to go to mark that player, and now that's why they find space in the middle, the Venezuelans.
Correct. They open up the spaces between the two defenders, and the midfielders stride in there. Obafemi Martins comes back to midfield to pick up the ball, plays it forward in the penalty area, and that's a nice turn there from number 14, Omar Zango. So Zango on the diagonal didn't have much space to slot that in the near post, but he did make himself an effective shot, and it was a good ball from the Nigerian midfield.
And I believe one of the reasons Obafemi is playing deeper in midfield is so he can make runs at the defenders, but we have not seen him do that yet.
Alex Gonzalez, one touch from Arango. Now Arango moves to the right side, as we said before. This time he'll be able to cut inside from the left. Here comes a long ball looking for Salomon Rondon. This could be a handball. They're asking for a handball because Elderson may have slipped a bit. Here we take a look at the previous shot from, it was very close to that upper corner.
It's definitely a handball, but there's no intention according to Terry Vaughn. It's the left arm of Uwe Elderson Ekiejile.
Here comes Nigeria again into the penalty area, and reading the play is the goalkeeper Daniel Hernandez as he plays it out. Now in the midfield for Venezuela. Here comes Arango, first touch on the right side, playing there with number 11, Cesar Gonzalez. Arango strolls over the ball looking for the long pass, plays it short, gets it back. Now they will switch to the left side. Amorebieta, back to Arango, now more central, he gets the wall back. He can shoot from there, he takes a shot and it goes over the crossbar. And there you see Arango trying out that new position. Cesar Farias certainly believes in him. Arango may be the best player in Venezuela's history.
A lot of people agree with that, definitely. And with the numbers he's putting out there and playing in La Liga, playing in Mexico, playing in the Bundesliga, and 110 internationals. This is 111th for him, and 21 goals scored. He's a big candidate.
Yeah, Arango, if you don't know what his trajectory is like, he started out in Venezuela at Deportivo Anzoátegui. Then he went to Puebla in Mexico. From there he went to Pachuca, and from there he went to Europe. He went to Mallorca and then finally bought by Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Look at the cleats marked on that thigh of that Nigerian player.
Well, they say when you're a defender, make sure they know you're getting marked. So there, as we take a look here, it was Alex Gonzalez, I think, that came in late. I'm not sure.
Against Henry Uche.
Uche taking a bit of punishment today.
Look at that.
So we are in the 32nd minute of play. The score 0-0 between Venezuela and Nigeria. You can consider Venezuela the home team here, as much of the support of the crowd will be for them. Zango plays it back. Now it's Nosa switching it to the right side. Kwambe. And protecting it is Onazi. They decide to play it back on the defense. And it's Elderson now looking up to see who he has. Showing is Brownie Deye. But they play it back to Austin. Elderson again. The Bragaman brings the ball up, looking for somebody. I'd like to see whether, actually, I'd like to see whether he can get around the corner and attack down that left side like Taye Taiwo did or used to do for Marseille. Taiwo, of course, then went to Milan and then loaned out. Chip forward. This is interesting. Look at the socks on the Venezuelan players. I think that is illegal these days. He's not wearing shin guards.
Who's not wearing shin guards?
I'll tell you in a minute. As soon
Terry Vaughn hasn't noticed. He cannot let him play without shin guards, I believe.
So Idea Brown.
So it looks like Henry Uche will not be able to continue, Kevin. There's a player checking in for Nigeria.
We'll tell you who it is as soon as he turns around or we see something on the board. Nigeria currently playing with 10. Now attacking with 3 against 5 defenders. On the dribble, Obafemi Martin stripped. And it looks to be Rosales losing it. So Rosales, the man from Twente in Holland, winning the duel against Obafemi Martins.
So definitely Uche coming off. And Uzwenji. No, it's not Uzwenji. Lawal Rahim, another midfielder, is checking in with number 12.
So Lawal will be coming in. And so we didn't get to see much of Uche. We see another substitution here for Venezuela. So, and it's coming off for Venezuela. Well, we'll bring you the whole picture right now. But coming off is Fernando Amorebieta, the Athletic Bilbao defender coming off. We'll tell you who came on in a second as we sort this out. Because Uche was coming off, and it turned out to be, watch out here, offside is the call. Second offside for Nigeria as Obafemi Martins got the ball from Kwambe. But he was a couple of steps ahead of the... There we see right here, clear offside. As Kwambe, the moment he delivered the ball, Obafemi did not have 2 men between him and the goal. Venezuela now. We were talking about Alex Gonzalez not having shin guards, and Terry Vaughn has not noticed. So here we see for Venezuela coming in was, we can't figure it out. We have not received official confirmation yet.
Well, definitely for Nigeria, the man who replaced Henry Uche, number 7, is number 12, Lawar Rahim. Plays in Turkey for Adana Demirspor, 22-year-old midfielder. And I'm guessing if, we'll wait for confirmation, but I'm guessing that it's going to be Túñez checking in for Venezuela, the other center back. Where is he?
Now rotating at the midfield, Arango gets the ball, leaves it a bit short, but does get the pass back from Agnel Flores. And here comes the ball through, cutting into the middle, and it seems to be Venezuela's through. However, Austin goes down, he gets fouled, and he still has the ball. Everybody tripping over him.
He saved them again, Kevin, coming off his line. Suicidal goalkeeping, but it's worked. Look at this give and go. Seijas for Rendon. The ball bounces his way, but it's all the keeper. Gotta give him all the credit.
Yep. And protecting him there was Elderson, Echeyile.
That's how it should be done.
Very quick off his line. You may want to wonder if Arango spots that and tries to maybe slot one over his head. Very cool, I think. You can see why Stephen Keshi has decided to give him the starting job. Of course, if you're wondering about Nigeria's last results in this, well, previous results this year. In their previous match, well, they have already played a South American opponent. That was Peru. They played them on the 23rd of May. Peru won 1-0. That was a friendly. That was in Lima, Peru. But in their last matches, of course, they beat Liberia 6-1 with Ambrose Musa and Moses having 2, along with Uche scoring. That was a African Cup of Nations qualifier. African Nations Cup qualifier. And then before that, they tied in Liberia, in Freetown, with at 2-2, Igebor and Uche scoring. Before that, they played Niger. That was on the 15th of August. Take a look here at the play again.
Well, you're talking about games. Okay, we haven't mentioned head-to-head. Venezuela and Nigeria met once, and it was in London at Watford FC Arena, July 23rd, 2003.
2003.
1-0. 1-0. JJ Okocha, of course, the goal scorer on that one.
JJ Okocha had that bicycle, that step-over move, which I really loved. He also had the other one where he flicked it over the defender, which he would do. He almost scored against Denmark, and I don't know if JJ is listening, but I certainly won't forget that play against Denmark in Stade de France in France '98 in that World Cup. He also played at the Parc des Princes. Here comes around the corner trying to get Ideye Brown losing the ball, and here we see it's Alex Gonzalez coming up, gets it back, one-time touch. Losing it is Venezuela. They have about 3 or 4 players with the orange boots, so sometimes it gets difficult to see who's got it. Cutting inside from the left side and switching it is number 12 for Nigeria. That is Eyike.
Oh, that's right, Rahim, who replaced Uche, who's playing on the near side. And we'll figure out who replaced Hernando Morevieta. Definitely Andres Túñez, where number 3 playing center back. He's a 25-year-old defender who plays for Celta de Vigo. Andres Túñez for Venezuela.
Now moving forward is Venezuela. Here comes Arango with that left-footed shot we talked about.
You predicted a couple of minutes ago he's going to try to surprise Ejide with a long-range shot.
Arango, you take a look at him as he strolls through the field. He's not the most energetic of players, but he can certainly put the ball wherever he wants.
Well, he's a veteran. He knows how to save energy and use it whenever he thinks it's going to be for his benefit.
There we see a fine camera shot from our crew, our production crew. 9 cameras to bring you the action from Marlins Park in Miami, Florida. It's a wonderful night. It's the 14th of November. It's a FIFA date. And we have Venezuela and Nigeria playing a friendly. This is the first match ever in Marlins Park. It's open. This stadium does close. It has a moving roof, which can be closed in about 8 to 10 minutes. On the left flank, here comes the cross from Elderson, bringing it down. Nigeria with a shot. Obafemi Martins with the nice turn as he got a little bit underneath the ball there. There we see the aerial view of the stadium as it's open in the Miami neighborhood known as Little Havana. And of course, this may be the first match at the stadium, but there were plenty of interesting games as we take a look at the replay. Obafemi getting underneath it a bit, Rafael.
This is the same side of the Orange Bowl, by the way, so
Correct.
Some people don't know that.
Well, the Orange Bowl used to be here, and this may be a new stadium, but the ground has seen plenty of football, plenty of soccer before. Gold Cups, friendlies, Milan against Colombia.
Some Olympic Games from Atlanta.
Olympic Games, good point.
To the production.
Yes, I think Nigeria played here. Yep. on this ground during the Olympics. And of course, that 96 Olympics, they won the gold medal against Argentina with that offside trap. Here comes in the penalty area. It's Idea Brown playing it back for the shot, and it's off target.
But look how many green jerseys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players pushing forward, trying to score the first goal of this match before the end of the first half here at the Marlins Park.
Azubuike didn't hit it very well.
Well, center back. But both center backs play in the local league. Azubuike for Warri Wolves and Poabona for Sunshine Stars.
The Nigerian Premier League. Here comes a chance, turning forward, taking a little bit too much time on the ball was Onazi. Rondon turns, plays it back, protecting the ball is Arango on the left side. Now spots a teammate all the way out on the touch line. Good skill bringing it down was number 11, Cesar Gonzalez. Still on the left, looking for a combination. A bump from behind. Gonzalez. Now as he tries the combination, also there, looked to be, who was that?
Roberto Rosales, who can also play right back, by the way. He's playing on the left side. Rosales
moving up. I mean, I imagine at Twente, he certainly has plenty of, well, they don't play total football anymore. Here we see a bit, but he certainly has to get up and back.
Well, another free kick for Venezuela. Remember what happened last time? Ball ended up in the back of the net, but the ball was called back.
Austin. See him concentrating, two-man wall. Look to be Gonzalez will be taking it. Right foot plays it short, leaves it behind the Venezuelan teammate a bit. By that time, Nigeria comes out to block it, and the man who blocked it, Onazi, gets the ball, sends the cross a little bit too close to the keeper, and it goes into the hands of Daniel Hernandez. He sends it long for Salomon Rondon, the man who plays in Kazan. That is right at the edge of Asia and Europe. That's all the way inside Russia. Ruben Kazan, the team there. There's a story. He turned out to be the leading scorer for Malaga in 2010. He took the transfer to the Russian league. Leaving the ball behind is Alex Gonzalez. Now a combination as Nigeria triangles moving forward. Idea Brown, that's not a cross, it's not a pass, and it's cleared by Venezuela. Now Venezuela on the counterattack, finding the space, and it looks to be Flores taking the shot and gambling a bit with it is Austin, as the Venezuelan forward Gelman Rivas took the shot. Actually, it could have been a great cross had somebody been closing in at the far post.
Well, he does not look up, and he seems to feel a little bit tired, and he decides to take a shot. Could have taken more steps and get closer to the goalkeeper.
Sometimes you cannot go wrong with that shot to the far post, because if your other forward is following, he'll be there.
Or if the keeper is walking towards your post, you'll catch him walking, and he will never get to the far post, but neither happened.
You know who seems to live at that far post? Chicharito Hernandez. His goals sometimes are not pretty, but
he never quits. He makes a run until the end.
Here comes a shot from Venezuela, and I like Austin's coolness as Cesar Gonzalez took the shot. Actually, it was Luis Cejas, number 13, the man from Standard of Liège in Belgium.
Huh? Not a bad idea.
Hits the baseball sign back there. And the crowd, of course, as we hit the 45-minute mark, we are into injury time. Well, 2 minutes is what was signaled by the referee. And here comes Arango. He sees the space, sends the ball forward. Chasing it down is Cejas. Cejas steps on it. He's got the Kwambe on his back. Cejas goes down. No call, says Terry Vaughn. Kwambe slows it down. And now this is a pass clearance. Chasing back for Venezuela is one of the defenders. Now to the left side. This is Elderson. We'll see whether he can overlap as he comes forward into the attack. 5 men back for Venezuela. Cross in the middle, headed out of the penalty area. Brought down, and a shot from Onazi. It bounces off the defenders, and coming to pick it up is Alex Gonzalez. Looks like it went off Osvaldo Vizcarrondo. Alex Gonzalez floats it forward onto the head of Salomon Rondon. And Nigeria comes out of the back. I think they'd like to see some work here. Sort of sharpening the, let's say, the passing out of the back. And there you have the end of the first half, as Venezuela and Nigeria are tied 0-0, 0-0, no goals to now, but there have been certainly plenty of chances, more for Venezuela, I would say, than for Nigeria. So, from Miami, we're 45 minutes. We have another 45 minutes of action to go. So don't go away. Stay with us as we bring you action. International friendly between Venezuela and Nigeria. Welcome back to Marlins Park. You see Terry Vaughn, the American referee, getting ready to restart this match as we are bringing you Venezuela and Nigeria from Miami. It's an international friendly. Nigeria in the green. We take a look at that overhead camera, bringing the action. Venezuela in its traditional wine red jerseys, as they're called La Vino Tinto, because they were given a burgundy jersey for one of the tournaments. There's also an alternate version of that history, Rafael, that if you mix all the colors in the Venezuelan flag, you will get a paste, I guess, of that color of burgundy. Here comes Nigeria on the right. It looks Kwambe, the man from Sunshine Stars, bringing the ball up. Now it's in the middle. Don't see any substitutions. Idea Brown looking for the wall pass. Osvaldo Vizcarrondo does the diagonal, cuts the ball off, and then gives up the throw-in. Nigeria on the left side, trying to control the ball. Bit long.
Okay, but no substitutions to start the second half. Same 22 who finished the first half. But remember, each team made a change before the end of the first 45 minutes. For the Nigerians, Henry Uche came off, replaced by number 12, Lamar Rahim. In Venezuela, Fernando Morevieta came off the field and was replaced by Andres Túñez, center back for Celta de Vigo.
Speaking of somebody who plays in the Spanish league, you saw Obafemi Martins playing a ball up front, looking for number 14 for the Nigerian team. That would be, I'm not sure. I think it's Omazango, but we're going to double check to see that everything is all right. Here comes the shot. Ball bouncing, of course, floating to the edge of the penalty area. And it looked to be Idea Brown taking it here as we take a look at Cesar Farias on your screen. But Idea sends it over everything, and now the goalkeeper for Real Valladolid, Daniel Hernandez, will take the goal kick. 0-0 the score, bringing you the action from Miami. My name is Kayvan Antonio Aydari, along with Rafael Unsein.
Well, number 14 seems to be the kid Bright, the kid born in Oklahoma, making his debut for Nigeria.
Yeah, Bright Dike. We see a lot more of Obafemi Martins carrying the ball from the midfield to the front line rather than looking for a through ball, where he used to get his goals on the diagonal and speeding around defenders and goalkeepers. One of those players who seems faster without the ball than with the ball, unlike Lionel Messi, who is faster, it seems, with the ball than without the ball. Just an opinion, but there are some players who seem to sort of pick up an extra gear or don't slow down when they dribble. Here comes Kwambe, bringing the ball up on the right. Nigeria looking to create some danger. It's a goal! Goal! For Ideye Brown. So the first goal of the match, 4th minute of the second half for Nigeria.
And the play starts with a cross from right back, Salomon Kwambe, number 5, and up the middle, right in front of the goalkeeper, Daniel Hernandez, number 8, Brown. Ideye, who plays for Dynamo Kiev, scores the first goal of the match. His first goal here at Marlin Park, Kevin.
He cuts inside the defender, reaching the ball. Kwambe leaving number 21 behind. Alex Gonzalez couldn't stay with him. And even though he struck it with the foot farthest away from the cross, he did get to it before. You would normally strike that with the right foot, which is the foot that gets to the ball first. But Ideye Brown, with the mohawk haircut, gets to it. Now Venezuela, they're down, and the crowd realizes here comes a shot from Salomon Rondon. Actually, no, this is Agnel Gelmin Rivas from Anzoátegui. One of the two front runners as both teams come out of the second half with a 4-4-2. However, Nigeria incorporates a midfielder into that front line and turns it into 4-3-3. Of course, this is a huge injection for Nigeria.
And for these youngsters who are trying to make the team that's going to be playing in the African Nations Cup next year.
Terry Vaughan does not give the wall pass back. However, Nigeria recovers.
And Nigeria playing with a lot of confidence after that goal. Trying to maintain possession, not allowing Venezuela to react.
Azubuike, a lackadaisical pass from Obafemi Martins, but however, picking it up is Braidike, and here comes in his debut for Nigeria, looking for an opportunity now. This time, Alex Gonzalez does clear it out the right side, and here Venezuela now trying to regroup, as their fans will certainly be disappointed. They are, of course, in the big picture, they are tied in 4th place in South American qualifying. There are 7 matches to go. They are tied with Uruguay and Chile.
Yep, and it's still a long way to go in South America.
There we see the shot, as we have some visitors from FIFA and CONCACAF in the booth. They are the host confederation. We want to say thank you. We have certainly an international crowd here. We have an African team, a South American team, in a North American setting.
It's a foul, another free kick, says referee Terry Vaughan. Now in the 52nd minute, Venezuela in time to react, trying to tie this match after the goal scored by Ideye Brown, 39th minute of this match. As usual, Cesar Gonzalez behind the ball for Venezuela.
I like the shot there of that boot cam where you see who's tripping whom. Here comes a free kick for Venezuela. They're trying to tie the match. This is straight into the hands of Austin, the goalkeeper for Apoel Beersheva. And you know, he has to deal with some kind of criticism. You know, the team president there in Israel is a woman. Her name is Ilona. They call her the Queen. So that's another anecdote in itself, as Nigeria now pumps the ball into the penalty area. And another shot. And this one goes over the keeper. It's another goal from Nosa. The second of the match catches Venezuela napping, and Nigeria extends that lead right now in the 53rd minute. And so Nosa surprises it, and this one basically drops that bomb over the keeper, Daniel Hernandez.
Kevin, it's impressive. That's what we call a golazo in the 53rd minute. The midfielder from Betis in Spain has beaten Daniel Hernandez, who also plays in Spain for Valladolid. But impressive finish by number 10 here at the Marlin Park.
Chests it down, a bouncing ball. Nosa, look at this, because he angles his chest basically so that the ball doesn't go up, but he chests it down, bounces, and sends it over Daniel Hernandez.
With a lot of confidence, now it's 2-0 Nigeria over Venezuela.
So Nigeria looks like a different team. I don't know what Stephen Keshi said to them, and Emmanuel Amunike said to them at halftime, but perhaps they spoke about, well, that match against Bulgaria, or the one, well, Amunike scored against Greece, if you remember the '94 World Cup. But Nigeria, of course, looking to claim that position as the dominant or eminent African team, because there are 110 million Nigerians following the Super Eagles. There's some, of course, now Venezuela 2-0 behind. They play the ball all on the left foot, coming into the penalty area, get a bit too fancy from Helman Rivas and cleared out by Nigeria. And Nigeria, we hope they don't stop playing now. Instead of kicking the ball out of the back, this time they play it out of the back. Elderson played in the Champions League with Braga.
No call again. He's not giving Elderson any help. Terry Vaughan.
Speaking of which, Elderson on the left side, you remember, Braga scored a great goal against Manchester United on that side. It was Anderson. They scored 2, but United beat them. They got back, and of course with those clutch goals. Here it comes at the edge of the penalty area. Juan Arango lifts it, coming down with it. Salomon Rondon into the back of the net. It's a goal. And now Venezuela has come back 1 goal, and now we have a match on our hands. And Austin asking what happened to the foul here. He thinks it may be, this is a very late offside call. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Might
because
not be
originally
offside.
It might be a delayed foul.
We'll wait for see the final decision. Terry Vaughan consulting with his assistant.
Okay, so no call there from the linesman.
Could be a handball. Rondon. What a beautiful pass, by the way, by the captain Arango. It's a handball, but
unintentional. He steamrolled the defender.
Again, from this angle, it's with his right arm. The ball bounces off his right arm, but the goal will stand, apparently.
I'm not sure what's going on because Austin has the ball.
No,
the goal will be disallowed. And it'll be a foul call from the back. The Venezuelans are complaining. We have a bit of controversy. Terry Vaughan and that near side linesman, that would be, well, that far side, that is Corey Rockwell, who made that controversial signal, because at first his flag stayed down. There's, you see the hand, but it's part of the movement.
Yeah, but the arm is extended, and he kind of helps himself to settle the ball.
Under the impetus of the play, you could call it either way. I say once the two players bounce into each other, then nothing's intentional, because then they basically are subject to the bodies in motion. I mean, you know, Isaac Newton would describe it as a physical thing, but it's football, so it's the referee's judgment stands. The goal is disallowed, and now Venezuela is 2 goals down as we have quite a bit more action here in the second half. Because Venezuela on the outside, cutting inside, Arango. This time, looking to make something happen is Cesar Gonzalez, and Venezuela seems to be loaded to that right side.
And Seijas, Arango, and Cesar Gonzalez trying to build up the play for this Venezuelan team, trying to cut the lead in half. It's already 58 minutes into this match.
You sense a bit more urgency now. Venezuela taking the corner kick. 5 men in the penalty area, 6 men in the penalty area, 1 man just outside, looking for that rebound. It's to the penalty spot, looking to head it was Helman Rivas, headed out by Nigeria. This time it's Nosa Igebo heading it out, and it'll be a throw-in from the sideline for Venezuela. Alex Gonzalez coming up the flank, the ball still there. Nice cover from Obuabona.
Good, strong, clean tackle from Obuabona, and Nigeria are preparing a substitution.
The man from Sunshine Stars gives up a corner kick, another one from Venezuela. Again, to the penalty spot, this time looking to head it was Vizcarrondo. Now he gets coming up from the defense. The goalkeeper, Daniel Hernandez, comes to the flank, to his left side to get it, and now Venezuela pushing forward, sending the long ball open on the right side. Could have touched it first time, trying to dribble around the defender, and clearing it is Elderson. So a bit of long ball from both teams. Finally chested down from, looked like Cejas, getting the ball back. And Arango, again, as we said, moving to the right side where his left foot can be more effective as a shot rather than as a passing weapon. And Nigeria playing it one time out of the back. Now to the right side. This time it's Azubuike moving up. Actually, this is Kwambe. Obafemi Martins coming back to midfield. Nosa inside, gets the ball back. It's a good save. It's coming out. Daniel Hernandez still with the ball. Nigeria, a bit of a scramble in front of the Venezuelan goal, which has opened up in the second half. And the goalkeeper can't be too happy about the kind of space they're giving up at the back.
And no came, and the flag stayed down from Kermit Quisenberry. I thought they were offside twice, but play on for the Nigerians on the attack, trying to score the third here at the Marlins Park. There, I thought he was offside. So let's see the substitution for Stephen Keshi and Nigeria. It will be the second of this match. It will be definitely Obafemi Martins coming off. And looks like Shola Ameobi will be checking in. Let's wait for confirmation. Now, when they greet each other, they're friends from Newcastle United. Played many games together in St. James Park. And it is Shola Ameobi is making his debut with the Nigerian national team, Kevin.
So Shola Ameobi finally making his debut. He was called to the team in 2011, but withdrew due to injury. So he says, well, he doesn't just want to be a Newcastle star. Here comes the header. I think that was from Ameobi.
Ameobi was an England under-21 player also.
Correct. So he says, I don't want to be just a local star. I want to be an international star. As it is on the left flank, Lawal losing the ball. Let's take a look here at the goal. As Salomon Rondon sticks his arm out, and then the referee says, well, referee there says go to midfield.
Signaling midfield, correct.
And then the referee, the linesman must have changed his mind because the linesman flag also stayed down, and then finally he came up with a good reason to annul it.
He was thinking about it, but he did not run to midfield. The linesman did not. He stayed up here.
He did not raise his flag, and he did not run to midfield, so he was undecided.
And right now, no substitutions for Cesar Farias. He's sticking to Gelmin Rivas and Salomon Rendon.
Here's what I would, if Cesar Farias, if you have somebody on the bench that can open up the field, I think all of his attackers are too centrally located. And you see all these combinations, it's quick wall passes, but the field is not really conducive to those quick one-touches in the penalty area. There's some very rough patches. Here we see. Okay, so there comes the Hamburg man on. It's Tomas Rincon. And who went off, Rafael?
Number 6, Agnel Flores, midfielder from Táchira.
So defensive midfielder comes off. A mixed midfielder, attacking midfielder comes on.
On the bench, an option would be Frank Felcher, a striker. Plays for Grasshoppers.
The Swiss.
Yep. I guess he wants to see Gelmin Rivas or giving him a few more minutes.
There you see Terry Vaughn from Iowa in the center of the United States. Again, you get another look at the opening in the stadium, which can be closed should it rain. Now attacking on the left side is Venezuela, but a handball called on Roberto Rosales. Azubuike playing it on the flank. This one's Kwambe. Now the Nigerian fans feeling that their team is getting more rhythm, and Nosa at the edge of the penalty area. Could have been a shot, but defended. If he'd shot it with his left foot, he might have gotten it off. No call from Terry Vaughn, excuse me. So Bright Dike, the man who plays for Portland, you saw there on the repetition, actually on the replay. This is not a good pass because right there, number 9, Helman Rivas was going back and he made a bad pass to the back. He does recover, gets the ball back, gets a shot, and boy, was he gonna fix that one.
Well, give him credit. He lost possession, he made a bad decision, but he fought back and finished with a shot, even though it's over the crossbar. Showed that he wants to stay on the field, he wants to help his team, and wants to show off for Coach Cesar Farias.
Well, it wasn't a good tactical decision to play it back to the opposing defender. Then he had to come back, prevent the counterattack, stole the ball back, and got the shot. Now Nigeria with the ball. They're going from right to left on your screens with the green shirts, of course. They're traditional. In the penalty area, wall pass. Here comes Kwambe with another cross in the middle, this one to the near post. Daniel Hernandez throws it out. Actually, that was not such a good release because he left his teammate actually with his back to the defender rather than giving him a good look at the field. And here on the turn, Onazi, the man from Lazio, takes down, it was Cesar Gonzalez, the midfielder from Venezuela. Now,
Jelvin Rivas walking off the pitch, Kevin.
Another substitution. Let's see who comes on. Another attacker, Frank Felcher. He's got a brother who's also a defender, but Felcher, only the attacker, was brought in for this friendly. Felcher playing in the front line, so attacker for attacker.
9 off, 19 is on for Venezuela. Second substitution of this night.
Felcher was going to get the first ball, but Elderson steals it, lifts the ball, cutting back on the inside.
Felcher has 4 caps and 1 goal. That goal was a tying goal in World Cup qualifying in Colombia. 1-1 final score. Time World Cup qualifying for Venezuela in March. They travel to Argentina. Then they'll be hosting Colombia as the South American qualifiers continue next year.
You saw Shola Ameobi get fouled there. Vizcarrondo plays it upfield in the middle. Stolen now by Nigeria. This could be trouble though. However, nobody getting control of the ball. Still fighting for it. This time it looked like Venezuela was going to win it. Seijas going down. And now Nigeria on the left side. Coming to pick it up was Ameobi, coming back past midfield. A 31-year-old now standing at the midfield line. This one is Azubuike. Long ball for an overlapping Kwambe, and I think he's been the man who's been able to take advantage of the openings on that flank. And here comes an attempted placement shot from Nosa.
Well, remember, he's attacking up that flank, and I told you Rosales is a right back that's playing left back, so maybe they're taking advantage of that, and Farias needs to be careful with Rosales playing on the left side.
Venezuela now moving the ball in short passing as if they were in the lead. However, they need to come back, and let's see what kind of character they have. Of course, what is essentially a home crowd for them, trying to give them a goal and at least get in the match. But we have a lot of Nigerians and Africans that came from Houston, Atlanta, and other places.
Well, they're making another substitution. Bright coming off. I would say he had a fair game. Good match.
Ameobi coming back on you. That is Bright Dike coming off. And Uzoenyi coming on. Eyike coming on. So an interesting substitution, because Bright Dike for the Portland Timbers will be going off. So probably
Well,
Ike will be coming on. He plays for the Enugu Rangers.
yeah, he's a winger. He's fast. Let's see if they open the field and try to take advantage of Venezuela pushing forward.
Into some of the open spaces. I like Kwambe. He gave the pass for the first goal, and he's still danger coming up on the right side for Nigeria. Now, of course, Nigeria has been to 4 World Cups, starting in 1994 here on U.S. soil. They have never made it past the second round.
Watch out.
Here comes a stolen ball by Venezuela, and it's a goal as they capitalize on the opportunity. And it is Felcher. No, yes, it is Felcher with his second goal, and Juan Arango with the steal.
And listen to the crowd here at the Marlin Park. They're all celebrating the Venezuelan goal. It cuts the leading half. Now in the 70th minute. Plenty of time left in this one. 3 goals in the second half. 2-1 Nigeria with the lead. It was a mistake out of the middle.
Obuabona, a bit careless. Juan Arango stealing it, has it on his left foot, then gives it to Felcher. Boom. Oguabona. You take a look. Arango looks up. He sees him, but he looks at the goalkeeper, which freezes the defender, and Felcher slots it far post.
Flag is up. But yeah, in that area, if you make a mistake and the ball ends up in Arango's left foot, forget it. He's gonna, it's game over.
You might as well be playing Russian roulette with that one.
Yeah, it's done. He found the striker. He was open, and a good finish by Frank, and it's 2-1.
So Frank Felcher yields immediate results for Cesar Farias as he's brought in to give some offensive punch, and he is able to do so. The man from Grasshoppers of Zurich. Here comes a good ball to the far post, but nobody closing in for Nigeria. On the right side, it was Kwambe, and also number 11, that would be Eyike, coming in, trying to get a goal that would bring it to 3-1. So now we have a match in the second half. 26th minute, 71st minute of the match. So the Venezuelan crowd now more into it. Felcher tries the back heel to number 11, who was slotting into the attack, Cesar Gonzalez. He gets the throw-in the penalty area. Watch out here as Seijas tries to turn and get the cross in, and it's cleared as the Nigerian defense in a bit of disorganization. Now they try to get settled before Venezuela can score the tying goal. Cesar Gonzalez with an in-swinger. Cleared by the Nigerian defense. Now on the far sideline. Here comes the cross in the area. Headed out now. It's on the right foot of Cesar Gonzalez. The Táchira midfielder tries to send a ball through, and getting to it before is Elderson. Arango gets the pass in the penalty area, plays it back out. This will come another cross, and now under siege is the Nigerian defense. As they head it out, it's about the 3rd straight corner kick for Venezuela. Gonzalez looking for somebody to come near post, sends it to the edge of the goalie's box. It's side-footed and now cleared by Nigeria desperately as they try to hold on to that 2-1 lead. Rahim Lawal was able to clear it and give some breathing room to the Nigerian defense.
And obviously the young defender from Nigeria are feeling the pressure, but it's the goalkeeper who steps up one and again, Austin Ejide.
Mistake from Austin as he punches the ball straight to the middle in front of him to the feet of the attacker. Yeah, but
by him punching the ball prevents Amorebieta from, Vizcarrondo from heading it in.
Well, he decided to come out and get it because he perhaps didn't trust his defenders to head the ball out. Now it'll be throw-in as coming, of course, Ameobi comes looking for the ball, and he seems a bit listless over there on the corner. So Shola Ameobi wants to prove the call up as the 31-year-old from from Newcastle. Well,
and he has a chance now in a corner kick to show his skill in the air, obviously, from his height and premiership.
Corner kick for Nigeria. Now looking for the cross or the dribble on the outside. Puts the brakes on, and now it's Alex Gonzalez takes it, does a dance. As following him, couldn't tell who the Nigerian player was, but now it's Venezuela ball.
Bad decision taking that corner short. There's no reason. They should have tried to find Ameobi.
Obuabona heads it out, and this is where they gave up the goal, trying to play it on the ground in the middle of the defense coming out of the back. This one, Lawal on the left side. Now in the middle for Venezuela. This is Sejas. Tomas Rincon. Actually, no, that was Añores Cunha. Here comes a ball in the penalty area. And of course, Austin.
Look at this inside the 18. Ameobi getting away from Vizcarrondo, and they're going at it. Look at.
All right, here
pushing,
we go. This
shoving.
is just starting. This is and I don't know what language he spoke to him. And Ameobi says, I don't know what you're saying, but we're gonna play. Let's see. So Vizcarrondo, bit of the hard man at the back, the enforcer in the Venezuelan defense. And there they go at it again. Vizcarrondo goes down, and I don't think the referee has any clue of what's happening, because this one had a bit of intrigue in it too. Watch
again. Look.
Again, like, boom. He goes down, but he throws the elbow. Vizcarrondo. So,
Well, Ameobi was smiling, but he's deceiving that smile, because he's gonna try to get back to Vizcarrondo. Watch out.
So unless Terry Vaughn gets word that there is a duel going on between Shola Ameobi and Vizcarrondo, well, we don't know whether we'll have some blood hitting the water here. Sejas, Arango on the right side for Venezuela. Alex Gonzalez moving up as Venezuela releases a defender. He sends the cross in a little bit too far, and cutting inside is Rosales, moving up and now clear, cutting inside the two defenders for Nigeria, and watching the ball bounce twice inside the penalty areas. The Nigerian defense, Rondon goes down. On the recovery is Azubuike, and this has got to worry Stephen Keshi, because you don't want to see the ball bounce not once so close to your goalie. Not this time, it's twice. And there's the man who left Ruud van Nistelrooy now on the bench, Salomon Rondon in Malaga, but Azubuike, good recovery. Corner kick for Venezuela. Now the match, the intensity rises as Nigeria clearing. There seems to be somebody with a cramp on the ground.
Player who just cleared, I think it's Elderson. Ikeyile, a man from Sporting Braga, who made a great effort to clear that one for a corner kick, but he stays on the ground. Now in the 78th minute, they're gonna take care of Elderson. Let's look at the goals, Kevin. Look.
Here's the first one. Kwambe with the cross to the near post, and then closing in. In the middle was Idea Brown. This one headed to the middle, and well, you can, not much. Nosa Igieboa on that one, sending it, and this was Thomas Felcher with the only goal for Venezuela. Here comes a corner kick for Venezuela, and Austin, as usual, the Apoel Beersheba goalkeeper, comes off his line quickly, looking to release the attacker, but the ball goes past the right sideline for a Venezuela throw-in. Venezuela with the ball, stepping on it. This time is Felcher coming back to midfield. Venezuela has now moved from a 4-4-2 to a 3-5-2, and Felcher gets the pass as he moves up on the left. Can he bring it down? Can he get around the defender? He does. He's in the penalty area. plays the pass, nobody moving to the far post as Salomon Rondon came to the near post. And Frank Felcher showing in the few minutes he's had in the match that he's making a difference.
Taking care of his defenders, getting inside the 18, and that was a good idea where he plays that ball, but it was not read by Salomon Rondon. Another missed chance, but they're getting close to tying this one. Still.
Well, he also looked up and he didn't see Rondon had come near post, but he might have thought better maybe to shoot at goal from that position. It's Venezuela putting out the pressure. Here's Arango with the shot. He definitely he's the sharpshooter. So when he sets his sights, you better watch out. But it was blocked by the defender for Nigeria. Here comes Nigeria on the counterattack. 3-on-3. They slow it down, giving a chance for two Venezuelan midfielders to come back. Here's Ayike with the ball. Space in the middle. Ameobi plays it to the right side. Kwambe again with the cross. Who's coming in? Nobody. Headed by Venezuela to the goalkeeper. Daniel Hernandez plays it out and ball on the ground. And there's somebody injured for Nigeria. And well, Nosa Igiebor, the man of the second goal, has cramps. So it's interesting that, well, I'm not sure why the Venezuelans are dealing better with the heat than the Nigerians. I mean, it's not that hot tonight, but
see Keshi and Ameobi talking things over, talking about the runs he should be making. Because Ameobi's dropping a lot to the far side, to the left side, and not really working as a center forward, and hasn't had much possession since he came on the pitch. That's the 81st minute. Looks like the very talented Nosa Igiebor will continue.
The man from Betis will stay on the field. Of course, his is the goal of the match right now, but he's got cramps.
We're still working on him.
So Venezuela, a man up until Nosa gets back on the field. Venezuela comes up the right flank, now in the middle to Arango. Arango looking for somebody to do the overlap, and it is Felcher. No, it's not Felcher, it's Rosales. Dispossessed of the ball by number 11 is Ayike. Ayike plays it back. Now, losing the ball is Kwambe. Tomas Rincon, the man from Hamburg, now has the ball, looking to see who he'll play it with. He also plays in the Bundesliga, gets the ball back. Venezuela looking for the spaces, opening it up. Felcher plays it. This to the end line, and a bit of a desperate clearance from Nigeria.
The pass back was looking for Juan Arango, who was on mark, but a little late getting there. Everybody went to mark the center forward Rondon in the defense for Nigeria, leaving Arango with some space.
It'll be Franklin Lucena with the throw-in.
Well, he came on.
Cleared out of the back by Austin. Here comes, and again, it's in the saga of Vizcarrondo and Ameobi. There's another foul called. And this has more chapters than Ali Frazier. Headed forward, and Arango heads it, but to the hands of Austin. We got to give Austin a hand, because Austin Ejide has been instrumental in keeping the score down for Nigeria. Here comes another chance for Venezuela, and Ejide, the man we were just talking about, the goalkeeper, this time comes out, cuts off the angle, and it goes off his right leg.
Yeah, another mistake by a midfielder. It's time number 12, Rahim, losing possession, and saved by Austin Ejide once again.
Corner kick for Venezuela. Vizcarrondo comes into the penalty area. He's being marked by, he's looking for the header. Felcher jumps. No, actually, Tomas Rincon. Felcher with the ball now. This is a good cross. promising. As he brushes it with the inside of his right foot, took a bit of time getting to the center of the penalty area. There we see it again on the replay. Goes off the head, and it'll be another corner kick for Venezuela. This one is coming out. Nigeria perhaps not clearing the ball with decisiveness out of it. He's onside, and it's a foot race to the ball won by Daniel Hernandez. It's number 11, Ejike, I'm sorry.
His fresh legs making that run. As Venezuela pushes forward, trying to tie this one. Now in the 85th minute, we'll see more and more counterattacks by Nigeria, of course. Oh, another mistake at the back.
Another mistake at the back, and this has been Nigeria's Achilles heel. Well, I'm wondering if Shola Ameobi and Vizcarrondo, Shola's talking pidgin English.
Watch out.
Here comes Ejike again with a cross in the middle. That's a very dangerous ball. Not getting there in time.
Well, keeper out of position, and it looks like it was Túñez who just saved him.
Nigeria now at midfield with the ball, losing it to Arango. Is Elderson. Ejike making, of course, an impact as he came in. Now, the South Americans attacking on the right side. Ball in the middle. Going down between three defenders. It looked to be Juan Arango. No call from Terry Vaughan. Nigeria playing it out to Ejike. Ejike giving that outlet pass. This one. Great ball from Idea Brown. Idea Brown got the first goal and has been a nightmare on that left side of the Nigerian attack for the Venezuelans. Rosales all alone in the middle is Juan Arango. He decides to pull it back. He had a shot. Had he chosen to take it, and he may get a yellow card for this foul.
Oh, he's going to get a talk from Terry Vaughan, although he was a foul from behind. The books say yellow card, but it's his friendly match, and it's Juan Arango, so he'll let that one slip. The kid doesn't believe it. Number 12, 22-year-old Lawar Rahim. Arango got pardoned.
Lawal stuck his leg between Arango's legs, but then they got tangled up. All right, so we have coming in is number 15, Fernando Aristigueta.
Striker from Caracas, young striker, 20 years old.
So coming off, did you see who came off?
No.
It looks to be Salomon Rondon who's off the field now.
Yeah, because Aristigueta is running up as a center forward right now between the two center backs.
So the redhead Aristigueta with the Basque name, just as Amorebieta. But I think their situation is different because Amorebieta was born in Venezuela but grew up in Spain. Aristigueta grew up in Venezuela. Now coming up the right flank is Venezuela. Some space in the middle for Juan Arango. Looks to see who's with him, and it is here comes the attacker. He leads the ball behind Aristigueta. Cutting inside is Rosales, and he's still got the ball. Rosales, and Austin comes out, blocks the shot, and he's wearing the Superman cape tonight, is the goalkeeper for the Nigerian Super Eagles.
You're correct with that, with the goalkeeper once again with the save, but impressive. Rosales, the right back or left back tonight, making a tackle inside the 18, recovering that ball for Venezuela.
Well, Austin, you can tell his confidence in his defenders is low because he comes off his line immediately, and he was able to get his chest to that shot. Not just his hands. Here comes the corner kick for Venezuela. Another one, 5th in a row.
Offensive foul.
So about 90 seconds left in regulation. Nigeria holding on to the 2-1 lead. All goals scored in the second half. The first one for Nigeria was by number 8, Ideye Brown. The second one was by Nosa. And the 2-1 for Venezuela scored by Frank Felcher, who plays in Switzerland. Rafael, what do you think? Who's more deserving tonight?
Well, the only difference is the golazo scored by Nosa. Venezuela was late reacting. And Nigeria came off in the second half more decided to look for the win. So I guess they scored the 2 first goals and they deserve it so far.
They scored both goals within 5 minutes of resumption of play after the halftime whistle. So they got the 1-2 punch in, and then Venezuela then was going uphill the rest of the match. But Venezuela has had more chances. Well,
a lot of saves. Equal, man of the match, Ejide, no? The goalkeeper for Nigeria, maybe.
Austin, in your opinion?
I think so.
I like Kwambe, and I also like Ideye Brown so far. Now, if this ends 2-1, I'd like to give it to Ideye Brown. He created a bit, and he had a goal. And Austin and Ideye Brown for me.
Let's see how many. Well, obviously Nosa cannot continue with his cramps, so he's going to be coming off, and
I like
Sunday
to see
Mba coming in.
Some of the boys from the Niger Delta, like Victor Moses, I'd like to see what he adds to the team.
Well, a lot of speed and talent, obviously. What happened here?
Somebody stepped. Player saying, what are you, crazy? He gives him only a yellow. So just a yellow for Nosa Igiebor. So the crowd, Nosa evidently pushing Rafael Rosales after getting his shoe taken off, and so
Rosales wanted Nosa to come off on this near side. On the other side, here they go. Look at, instead of crossing the whole pitch for the substitution, Rosales wanted him to come off the pitch as quickly as possible.
So this could be another victory for Nigeria if they can hold on. I think we'll have, I haven't seen how many minutes we'll have added on with this bit of a skirmish at the 90-minute mark.
No, we haven't seen, but another game, another win for Stephen Keshi, and he asked for patience and
not yet,
let him work. Well, not yet, but it's a good game for Stephen Keshi in Nigeria coming all the way to Miami.
So after 2 ties with Liberia and Niger, going back on, and then a victory over Liberia 6-1, Venezuela then the next victory for the Nigerians if they can hold on for the 5 minutes, 2 of which we've already played.
Are you sure, or is it starting now? They showed it now. We'll see.
We'll see whether if we played in 97 or we played in 95. We'll find out. Of course, this is where American football, where the referee explains everything on camera, helps. I wish we had that situation here today. Referee actually tells players' names. Well, we don't like the way he punched the other guy, so we're going to give him a yellow. I mean, this is, of course, this real estate was also where several Super Bowls were held, so that's where the reference comes in. As we mentioned before, this is the inaugural football-soccer match in this stadium, which was just built and was opened for this season by the Miami Marlins, which, by the way, they had some news yesterday. They dismantled their team because of a disappointing season. So that has been the news in the area today. But of course, this friendly, watch out, a ball in the area. Vizcarrondo comes to cut it off, as Venezuela now needs a goal to tie. And Nigeria a bit shaky in the back. However, the goalkeeper making amends for the defensive mistakes. Kwambe playing it inside. Putting the brakes on is number 4, Onazi.
Solid game also from the youngster, huh? Plays for Lazio.
Yeah, the Italian style is not to overdo it. Here comes in the area, Shola Meobi. Not getting, here comes a good ball for Onazi with a shot, and it's a goal! Goal! Ogenyi Onazi. 3-1 for Nigeria, and an emphatic finish for the Nigerians over the Venezuelans. And Cesar Farias, the Venezuelan coach, wanted to face Asian and African opposition because they were faster and stronger than some of the teams he would face in Latin America.
Look at the celebration from this kid. His second cap, his first goal for the Nigerian national team. Can't believe it. It's
Ameobi protecting the ball.
Great finish. Well, Tunez lets him turn. Once he turns, Ameobi finds an open midfielder inside the 18.
A bit of lax marking at the back for Venezuela, but now it's been pretty much decided, as in the 93rd minute, Onazi scores the 3-1, and Nigeria came out to play in the second half.
Well, you know probably what they asked him, who wants to go to South Africa to play the African Nations Cup. So they decided to show the coach they want to.
So Stephen Keshi, of course, who, well, like Sanson Siasia, he lives in Atlanta. Keshi lives in the United States, and there you have it. A victory for Nigeria over Venezuela. Siesi and Emmanuel Amunike behind him also celebrate. Of course, U.S. territory brings fond memories for the Nigerians. Olympics in '96, World Cup in '94, and this victory here tonight. So, Nigeria beats Venezuela 3-1, and they celebrate, speaking a little bit of pidgin English there in the stands. And the man of the match, in your opinion?
I still believe the goalkeeper was the captain also from this match.
Austin Ejide.
Austin Ejide. He made at least 5 saves coming off his line, saving his teams, fixing the mistakes from his center backs, the young defenders he's had in front, but he gave him the confidence, and he, I believe, is the man of the match.
So Onazi scores his first goal for Nigeria. He's got a long way to reach Rashidi Yekini, who has 37 goals and 58 caps. But however, a promising debut for Nigeria as they get not an emphatic victory, but a good victory. They didn't dominate clearly. It was a pretty even match. They were able to finish better than Venezuela. So for Rafael Unsein, there you have a beautiful aerial view of Miami and this stadium, which has made a historic match tonight. Its first soccer match ever in Marlins Park. For Rafael Unsein, I'm Kevon Antonio Hidari. For our production crew, our directors, producers, cameramen, and the rest of the band, we want to thank you from Miami.